You're watching World Insight. I'm Tian. China's rapid development has attracted global investors, institutions, and talents. One of them is the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Since its establishment in Beijing back in the year 2016, the Multilateral Development Bank has been financing infrastructure projects that prioritize sustainability. It has since grown to over 100 approved members worldwide. How does global institutions like AIIB see the strength of that of the economy in China? And how can China attract more global talents? I asked those questions to Danny Alexander, Vice President for Policy and Strategy with AIIB. You are here in China for 9 years. You see common goal of foreign expats here in this city and also in this country. Are they going to like migrant birds, even leaving at times but coming back in the future? What does it take for this city, which you've been living in, and also this country to be attractive to everyone?
So I've enjoyed many aspects of living here in Beijing. I think for Beijing really to become a truly international center, which is what Beijing aspires to be, it needs to think about all of those things. The good environment, very important. That is a great success. More to do, but a great success. But also the kind of international feeling of the city. It's important that you can attract people from all over the world, not just in embassies, but more broadly, let them feel at home. AIIB is a beacon for that. You know, we have more than 600 staff now from more than 60 different countries around the world. You know, coming here with their families, and we are constantly working with the local authorities to see how can we improve that environment. But I think Beijing has many qualities. You know, it's, as I mentioned, the environment already, the nature that is around this city. It's very safe place to live, especially if you're coming with families. That's important. Yeah. Easy to cycle in. You mentioned we cycled together. There's, you know, great food and so forth. So Beijing has a lot of strengths. I think that if the government really wants to develop AIIB as an international city, they have to focus on those strengths, but also have the confidence to open up a little bit more, to help people to really, you know, want to come here.
Right.
You know, I think for me, living in Beijing has been a very special experience. I've learned a lot from it, and I really wish that others would come and do the same.
We see the world's economies have been changing, and now we are in a transition. Recently, China takes measures, for example, about possible future stimulus policies.
Yeah.
The stock market are getting ever vibrant and interesting.
Yes.
Without going into details about that, but you know, as a leading economy in the world and as a member of AIIB, how do you, as the staff, observe the transformation of economy here, and how do you see that is an important factor in your work?
I mean, so the first thing to say is that I mean, AIIB is investing in infrastructure projects all over.
Absolutely.
Asia. And so we are focused on the high quality impact we can make, whether it's in China, India, Indonesia, Turkey, Egypt, many other members. But of course we're based here, so we observe what's going on. I mean, what I observe is that China is in the middle of an important transition, you know, in the sense that the economic model that helped China to succeed through the last 40 years is going to need to change if China wants its economy to continue to succeed in future. You know, you have a wealth of well-educated young people. You need to deploy those people in a better way. As you said, many challenges in the housing market and elsewhere, and then policies come, right? So it's I wouldn't want to comment on individual policies in any of our members, but I would say that because China is now, you know, a very large economy in the world, what happens in China has a big effect. especially for other Asian countries. I think we calculated that 1 percentage point of GDP growth in China delivers 0.3 percentage points of growth in the rest of Asia. So maybe the core point is that whether people like it or not, the global economy is interdependent. And therefore we have to hope that all of our members find the right policy mix for themselves to achieve the economic development that they need and that their people need. And the AIIB, through targeted interventions, through high quality infrastructure, through spreading the values of high standards, through pushing the policies for climate transition, can help to ensure that that development is high quality and it's environmentally sustainable. And I think if we can do that, then AIIB is making really a contribution to the global economy.
Meanwhile, we also see the rise of the Global South, quote unquote.
Yes.
And among your members, Global North and Global South, they are working hand in hand. So what is the way of having different aspirations and priorities to be linked together and be able to work with synergy? I think that's also an interesting question. How do you see the concept of Global South and make everybody to work together?
But I think one of the strengths of AIIB is that we have all kinds of members.
Yes.
We have developed countries, we have developing countries, we have Asian countries, we have Europeans. We have increasing membership in Africa and Latin America also. And so it's truly global in terms of the membership and the influences. But I think what's important is to say that although the perspectives are different, all of those members are committed to the same fundamentals in terms of high quality multilateral governance, in terms of real quality in terms of the investments, the kind of core goals about supporting economic development through infrastructure investment, and especially environmentally sustainable, technology-driven development. And so I think that we have to create institutions like AIIB, and there are many existing institutions like the World Bank and the IMF where this happens extremely well, where all the countries of different backgrounds, different characteristics are working together towards these kind of common goals. And if you can articulate those common goals clearly, and you can stay true to them as you move forward, then I think that can be done.